All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah Bashem Rekakadash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah being the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Now we're gonna dig into these three tribes that was left in Israel, and the 10 tribes that was kicked out of Israel and lost. Okay, because this is the foundation of confusion and misunderstanding when it comes to the Israelites. This is when all the lies can be inserted into the story. See, because these lost sheep, these 10 tribes, was not focused on and worded in that way as the lost 10 tribes. You can't find that in the New Testament. See, there's no in the New Testament that talks about the lost 10 tribes. So that part of the story will totally confuse you. If you don't know anything about the lost 10 tribes, then when you read the New Testament, you totally don't know what's going on. You're totally blind to the facts of the story, because this is a story in a movie. You can't leave out major parts of the movie. When you leave out major parts of the movie, you're going to misunderstand that whole movie. You're going to have to go back and watch the movie after you talk to somebody who tell you what you was looking at and you weren't paying no attention to. Just like on Matrix, when the guy he was showing them the video, he said, "Did you notice the lady in the red dress?" And he stopped and thought about it. He said, "Oh, what you talking about?" So he really didn't pay attention to that lady in the red dress. He left that out of the story. So this is what's going on with the 10 tribes. Now let's go to get the foundation of it. I'll get right to the point real quick. Ezra. Now Ezra is a major prophet and leader in Israel that these people threw the rest of his writings out, but they saved I would say the summary of his writings. They saved it in the 66 books. Ezra 1 and 5, it say, "Then rose up the chief of the fathers of Judah and Benjamin, and the priests and the Levites, with all them whose spirit God had raised, to go up to build the house of the Lord, which is in Jerusalem." So in Jerusalem, when Yahweh Shah, who they English called Jesus Christ, was born, you had Judah, Benjamin, and Levi in the land, because the Assyrians took the northern kingdom, the Babylonians took the southern kingdom, and had them in captivity until the Persians came and took over. When the Persians took over, that's when the fathers of Judah and Benjamin and Levi went back into the land. Look at verse 1. It said, "Now in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, that the word of the Lord by the mouth of Jeremiah might be fulfilled, the Lord stirred up the spirit of Cyrus, the king of Persia, that he might make a proclamation throughout all his kingdom." So that proclamation was that these Judah, Benjamin, and Levi can go back into that land and build up the house of the Lord with the temple in Jerusalem. But you don't have a northern kingdom. You don't have the 10 tribes that's going back, because let's go to 2 Kings or is it first? It's first king. Might be second king. Uh, yeah, it's second king. Salakia. Second Kings 17. Okay. Now this king Salmanazar, king of Assyria. This king of Assyria, he went into the land and took the northern kingdom out of there. And it's here in Second King. Let's see here. In the 9th year of Hosea, the king of Assyria took Samaria and carried Israel away into Assyria. So this was the 10 tribes. Now we got this in Second Ezra. See what these dragons took out of the Bible so they can confuse the story. Just like they want to take slavery out of the schools. They want to confuse people about the story and about the history. So they take out history. Now this is in Second Ezra 14. Okay, and it says it different than how Second King said. See, Second King, how it worded it, you had to know what was going on. You had to know what Samaria was, because Samaria was where the 10 tribes was, and the 3 tribes, the southern king was the southern kingdom. Judah and Benjamin, they was in the southern parts, and so it's 13, Salakia, 1340 something. There it is. Second Ezra 1340. Now the southern kingdom was always Judah and Benjamin, and you had the priests there. And then the northern kingdom was always the 10 tribes. So when Second Kings 17 said that the king took Samaria, and then it said Israel away, this is what it was talking about. Verse 40. It said, those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land into the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanazar, the king of Assyria, led away captives, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. So this is why these so-called Christians and these people who's confused, they don't know the story. These people done took the story out of the Bible, and they don't know anything about the 10 tribes not being with the Israelites. See, they hear Israelites in Israel and they think of 12 tribes. See, they think Yahweh was walking around talking to the 12 tribes. He wasn't walking around talking to no 12 tribes. The 12 tribes didn't see the miracles. The 12 tribes didn't know anything about no even being an Israelite. See, because these people was taken away captive before the Babylonians was taken over by the Persians. They was taken away captives when the king of Assyria was ruling, and he took 10 tribes and left Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Then Babylon came and took Judah, Benjamin, and Levi into slavery. See, and you got these Edomites talking about these so-called white people talking about they can be part of the tribes, and they don't understand. Them people went into slavery. See, it was always a sign. Let's get that. The sign that you is one of these lost tribes is that you was gonna have to be in slavery. Deuteronomy 28 and 46. They say, And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon your seed, your children, your family, your bloodline forever. See, so you are totally eliminated if you got leprosy, if you got virilago, if you a so-called white person. See, unless your father was Israelite and he had he was married to a white woman, and then his son that came out from that union was married to a white woman, and then that son that came from that union was married to a white woman. Then you might look all the way white, or look like the heathen that had leprosy. But if you're not in that category, you is a certified Edomite and a heathen, and you ain't going back to no tribe of Israel. Only the slaves, because these so-called Edomite nations are ruling, and they don't know anything about no drama. They got white privilege, and if they walk anywhere, nobody's gonna mess with them and not know that they finna be going to war with their whole nation, because they stick up for their nation. They got the EU, the European Union, they got the NATO. See, they gonna stick up for their nation and fight for their nation. Their nation will come and rescue them as a POW from anywhere. So don't get it twisted talking about you an Israelite and you not a slave. You not under submission under the so-called white army and the white police station. Cut it out. You don't. If you ain't dealing with white privilege, if you got white privilege, you is not a Israelite, man. But anyhow, let's see here. The three tribes. Now, you got Hosea talks about the separation. Hosea 1 and 9. But 8 and 9, it talk in 9 to be specific, it say, then said God, let me highlight that. Then said God to Lo Ami, for ye are not my people, and I am not your God. Who is he talking to? Verse 7, it says, but I will have mercy on the house of Judah. So he was separating the house of Judah from the house of Israel. Look at what he said in verse 4. He said, and the Lord said unto him, call his name Jezreel, for yet a little while, and I will avenge the blood of Jezreel upon the house of Jehu, and will cause to cease the kingdom of the house of Israel. That's the northern kingdom. So the northern kingdom, he was going to cause that to cease. That means they was going to go into slavery under Assyrians, and they weren't even going to know who they was. He was going to be dealing with Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. That's why he told them in verse 9, you are not my people. But then in verse 10, he said, he going to let them know who they are. See, he said, in the place where you was pretty much carried away captive, they going to tell you that you're not an Israelite, but then they going to eventually, you going to find out that you is an Israelite. And then in verse 11 is going to show you the result of that situation. Then the children of Judah and the children of Israel will be gathered together. See, then they're going to come back together. They're going to be separated, go there behind in the slavery in two different places. The 3 tribes going to be in one place, the 10 tribes going to be in another. Then he going to bring them back together, okay? So Apostle Paul, this is what he was talking about. He wasn't talking about no freaking heathens and people that done had the Israelites in slavery. See, 11, let's go with, I think it's 20 something. See all that branches and stuff. He's not talking about no heathen, man. And I think I might be talking about 9. Because in, I think 9, he quoted Hosea 9 and 20. Starting 9 and 24, it said, even us whom he have called not the Jews only. See, that Jews only is not talking about no freaking 12 tribes of Israel. The Jews only is talking about the 3 tribes, but also the Gentiles. The Gentiles is talking about what Hosea was talking about, the 10 tribes. See, that's what that Gentile is talking about. The 10 tribes is not talking about no freaking 3 tribes that was up in the Jerusalem during the time of Yahushua when he was doing his miracles and dealing with the Sadducees, the Pharisees. All them was Judites and Benjamites and Levites. Them wasn't no freaking Ephraimites, uh, Asher, Manasseh, Naphtali. None of them people was that. You see, because their fathers didn't rise up during the Persian captivity and go back into that land. They was in Assyria somewhere, having long straight hair. That's why the Native Americans got long straight hair. That's why the Hispanics got long straight hair, because they was up in Assyria doing a whole nother operation. Now you got him, Apostle Paul in 25. He say, as he said also in Hosea. Hosea was talking about the separation of Israel, the 10 tribes, and which was the northern kingdom that went to Assyria, and the 3 tribes, which was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. That's what Hosea was talking about. That's why he said, not the Jews only. And that's what he kept saying, that not the Jews only. It's not just for the Jews, it's for the Gentiles, the women. He said something about the women, bond or free. See, that's what he kept talking about. It was not just for the freaking Jews, man. The Jews was only Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And that's where these people go wrong. What was it? As I was having a battle with these Geno Jennings people, and they thinking they gonna bring up a point like they done said something. Romans 3 and 9, they say, what then? Are we better than they? No, in no wise, for we have before proved both Jews and Gentiles that they are all under sin. Now he not talking about no heathen, man. The Jews are the 3 tribes, and the Gentiles is the 10 tribes. See, the 3 tribes ain't better than the 10 tribes. The 3 tribes is from the same forefathers, got the same blessing, and got the same covenant that was poured on their head, that blood that was poured on their head by Moses. It's the same operation. That's what he talking about. He not talking about no freaking heathens, man, that's eating rats and roaches and humans, eating bugs and cats and bat brains and all this kind of stuff. He not talking about these people, man. But see, the 10 tribes was over there doing that crap. That's why they was calling them Gentiles. That's why they was calling them heathens. Because they was out there doing the filthiness that these other tribes was other nations and families of the earth was doing, who didn't have the Mosaic law to tell them not to eat a stinking pig, to not to eat a raggedy, funky snake. See, to not eat a possum or a coon or armadillo. See, not to eat a nasty boo-boo eating catfish, shrimp, crab, and lobster. See, they didn't know that this was wrong, because they was in the Assyrian captivity. They didn't know they was even a freaking Israelite, man. They had been in slavery for hundreds of years. That was even before the Babylonians took. They went to slavery before the Babylonians took Judah, Benjamin, and Levi into Babylon. So they did not. Most of them didn't know they was Israelites. So this is why Apostle Paul was going to the Gentiles. He wasn't going to no heathens, man. that wasn't the children of his family. He was looking for his lost family. Let's go get that real quick. I'm going to end it there. This is what these people don't understand. They took this verse out the Bible. See, you go get that New King James, and it ain't going to have Matthew 18 and 11. You go get the Jehovah Witness Bible, it ain't going to have Matthew 18 and 11. It say, for the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost. What was lost? The 10 tribes, man. The 10 tribes was lost. He wasn't coming to find no heathens, man. People that ain't got nothing to do with him and his family. People focus on their family. They not sitting around here thinking about somebody outside their family. Oh, I'm gonna worry about some people. My cousin, I ain't gonna worry about some people that ain't even my cousin. They not your cousin. They not your uncle, auntie. You not studying these people. You don't give a dang about what's going on with them. That's why Matthew 1 and 21. It say, and she shall give forth a son, and he shall call his name Yahushua, for he shall save his people from their sin. He worried about his people, man. He ain't worried about these other people's family. He said, y'all family problems, that's on y'all. And first of all, the other people's family was enemies to Israel. They was hating and being player haters and jealous. See, they was being jealous of the Israelites all anyway. So look at verse Luke 1 and 71. That we shall be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. We was in the hand of the Babylonians. We was in the hand of the Assyrians, the Egyptians. Now we're in the hand of these Edomites. And this is who he coming to save us from. Not no freaking he coming to save us from us breaking the law. No, it's bigger than us breaking the law. When we broke the law, it made us go into the hand of our enemies. Look at verse 74. He said that he might grant unto us that we being delivered. What is his name? Yahushua. He shall deliver, or he delivers, or he saves. That we being delivered out of the hand of our enemies might serve him without fear. So this is what these people don't understand of the story. They reading the New Testament and you don't see no 10 tribes lost. So they thinking they talking about some freaking heathen. Oh well, ain't nobody lost to the Israelites. The Israelites just the Israelites. Israel is Israel. But he said Gentile. He didn't say Israel. You see, that's the mentality that these people got. And because they don't know the story. Even though we know the Lord done blinded them. But they don't know the story, man. And it's a simple story, a simple movie. We all watch movies and read books. It ain't that complicated, but that lets you know it's gotta be a miracle to blind these people because that story is so clear. It's ridiculous. And I'm gonna leave it there. All praise to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash, double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.